This is how car tires are made. Rubber accounts for 40% of the total composition of the tire, including both natural and synthetic caoutchouc. Various chemical additives are important raw materials, as they determine, for example, whether the rubber will be harder or softer, or what its grip will be like. The complete list of chemical additives and their proportions is one of the most closely guarded secrets of rubber manufacturers, but the ingredients include sulfur, which is one of the most important compounds in rubber production and plays a very important role later in vulcanization. The first step in rubber production is to load the basic components into the mixer in the correct proportions according to a computer program. In addition to the raw materials mentioned above, rubber left over from previous production is also used in manufacturing. The mixer crushes the materials into pieces, and the system then transfers the finished raw rubber to the rolling mills. At this point, the rubber is still hot, easily stretchable, and can be torn apart smoothly with a consistency similar to that of gummy candy. From this point on, several things can happen with the raw rubber, as the tire itself consists of several parts, each with a different structure. It can be used to make the sidewall of the tire. Since the sidewall needs to be more durable, the finished raw rubber is reinforced with fibers. In passenger cars, the reinforcement is usually fabric and steel fibers, while in truck tires, which are subject to greater stress, it is exclusively steel fibers. If the raw rubber is to be used for the tread, there is no fiber reinforcement, as this part is exposed to different types of forces than the sidewall. In the case of the tread, the raw rubber is transferred from the roller tables to the extruder. The extruder produces a continuous rubber strip from the raw rubber. The next important stage is the building machine, which presses together the rubber parts produced in the cylinder and extruder to form the tire. After the building machine comes the final but most important stage of rubber production, vulcanization, which is essentially where the tire is born. The tool of the machine closes, and then the vulcanization process begins, accompanied by intense heat. The internal design of the tool makes the grooves and inscriptions visible on the surface of the rubber, while the heat causes cross-links to form between the previously added rubber and sulfur chain molecules, making the rubber flexible and durable. Vulcanization produces the tire we know from the roads. From here, only the final inspection steps remain.